Welcome back. Over the holidays, more than one way to make sure your home is secure, whether that be from a threat outside or a danger inside.
Yeah, families are getting together, and time off from school, of course, means a lot of kids are going to be going in and out of a lot of different homes. So knowing how to secure your gun could prevent a tragedy. And WLWT News 5's anchor Chris Jacobs joining us now with how you can make safety a top priority. Hi there.
Yeah, it's the holidays, kids running around, so you do want to be safe. But Police Chief Terry Thigi says this isn't something you should pay attention to only during the holidays, but year round. We went to a local gun range to break down how easy it is to keep your family safe and avoid a tragic accident as well as legal consequences. Music to the ears of any gun lover.
Guns are very safe, they're very predictable, but they have to be used correctly and stored correctly.
And that's a tune sung by anyone wanting to take steps towards safety.
But it's going to prevent quick access to it. It's going to prevent children, of course, from getting access to it, which is critical.
But this basic piece of vinyl and metal serving an important role of protection, securing a firearm in your home. To give a demonstration of how to apply a gun lock, Wendy Monroe, the COO of the 223 Gun Range and Shop in Lebanon.
And the way you would use it is you would lock open your firearm and remove the magazine. And then this goes through the opening and prevents it from being loaded or fired. So it locks like that. Keep the key in a safe place, so it's going to look like that.
Monroe says a gun lock or gun safe. Both serve as good precautions and should be learned early.
That's your habit for life. So then later when you have kids or when your nephew comes over, that's your habit. Your gun is either on you or you have control of it, or it is in a safe.
A simple process and easy to obtain. A service from Cincinnati Police and other departments takes steps to simplify security.
We have a couple of different types of gun locks, but the bottom line is it will help a gun owner keep their gun locked up safely.
Police Chief Terry Thigi is talking about gun locks given away by law enforcement completely free.
It takes a gun owner just a couple of seconds to lock the gun up. Just the peace of mind that should bring a gun owner, I would think it's time well spent.
Those few seconds, critical, and could change the course of your life or that of someone else.
Firearm! He picked up a firearm.
So he did shoot himself, is that right?
Yes, we believe so, yes.
It was only in March when an unsecure gun took the life of a 3-year-old boy in Butler County. A former police officer now serving a 7-year sentence for involuntary manslaughter.
They think it won't happen to me. My gun won't get stolen. Somebody who isn't supposed to touch my gun won't be touching my gun, so I don't need to lock it up.
But the numbers paint a different picture. The CDC says nationwide there are 550 accidental gun deaths every year.
That's where we are right now, that the guns are prevalent out there. Youngsters using them for ill intent is becoming more prevalent. So yeah, we should all be thinking about it.
Now again, most police departments and sheriff's offices in the tri-state do offer those free gun locks. If you're interested in picking one up, you should call ahead and check for availability. Chris Jacobs, WLWT News 5.
All right, Chris, great.